Good afternoon, traders. This should be a very exciting video for any day trader. This is market open trading, not pre-market trading. I took 3 trades today. I am testing a new trading strategy. I have all the trades on video. We're going to go over everything right now. I'm going to talk to you about what my strategy is, how I pick the stocks, what my criteria for an entry is, and all that kind of stuff, and the goal of the strategy. So let's get into it. This is Webull. I have it open on the markets tab. This is how I pick the stocks at the market open. I might have a stock or two on the watch list from the day before, but today I didn't. And top gainers, 1 day, this is what I'm looking for, because the 1 day, what it does is it starts tracking the data of the trades of the stocks from 9:30 on. So this doesn't include any pre-market data whatsoever, because I'm not interested in that. We often see stocks run up really high in the pre-market and then they just sell off at the open. This will still catch the ones that run at the open, because if they have enough volume and they start running at the open, this will pick it up. So top gainers, 1 day, select all, and then I organize by volume, and I'll look through the top 10 stocks, and I'll be looking for things like the price and what the float size is. I want to see things like 100 million shares or less float size. And then if they also have a small market cap like RIBT does, even better. If it's got like $1 billion market cap, it's not as likely to run, but if it still has a low float size, I'll take a look at it. So I'll go through those top 10 stocks, and if they meet that criteria, they go on the list. The other thing I'm looking at, which is really important, and again, I have this running open on my laptop while I'm in trade, so I can keep checking it without getting off of my watch list screen, is I'll scroll down, and if I see anything in suspension that is also a low float stock, I'll put that on the list as well. So let's look at the watch list. So right now I ended up, after all my trading, having 6 stocks on the watch list. So here they are. You can see the ticker symbols here, and it spreads out between 2 pages. So let's start looking at the videos, and you can see the trades that I took. First, here is me setting up the watch list page. I've already got the stocks on the watch list. So the first thing that I do is I look for the previous session high, including the aftermarket and the previous day, and I mark that out. And then if the price isn't trading above that level, then I'm not looking for an entry yet. But they stay on the list just in case the price does break out above that level. AIKI did pop up, but it was trading right around $1, and I just do not like the way stocks move that are trading around $1, and this one was doing the same thing, so I removed that very quickly. But this video is just me setting up the watch list. So now let's go to the next one. This one has the first entry. So these 2 stocks, NTWK and TIRX, were both suspended, and that's why I put them on the list. You can see they ran up really strong. So these were lower volume. They were way below the top 10 volume, but they were both in suspension, and a lot of times when that happens, you get volume coming in out of the suspension. So my idea here was to watch these coming out of suspension, and if they pulled back, I would take an entry on the first pullback. So we're going to see the first entry here soon. NTWK came out of suspension, and right now, as soon as a 1-minute candle makes a new high, that is my trigger to take an entry. So even though this is only 1 candle pullback, I would prefer more, but sometimes you only get 1 candle of pullback, and then that's it. So there you can see it broke through. So my ideal entry would have been about 574, but that's very unlikely that you're going to get in exactly 1 cent higher when these things are running like this. So you can see, I paused the video right now. You can see that I triggered my hotkeys pretty much as soon as it broke out. I might have been like a half a second late, and ended up getting about 9 cents slippage. But on a stock of this price, that's not too bad, especially one running the way this one is with all this volatility right near the open. So now, once I'm in the trade, and I'm going to show you how I set up my hotkeys at the end of the video, because I know everyone's going to be asking about that. You can see that I triggered my hotkeys to buy, and I automatically got a bracket order out there. I have a profit target and a stop loss in place, so that's really convenient when you set up your hotkeys like that. Something you can only do during normal trading hours, because these are this is a limit order. The initial order to buy is a limit order, buying the ask, and then these 2, this one is a limit order as well, but this is a market order, so that's why you can't use a bracket order during the extended hours. So right now everything is out, and I'll show you how I decide my profit target and stop loss. The initial setting is just for minus 10% and plus 20%, so it has a kind of an initial 2-to-1 risk ratio, but I use the 2R calculator, which you can download from the Facebook trading group by the same name as this YouTube channel, Trading Armor. I use my 2R calculator. I put in my entry, my stop loss, which is based on the low of the previous candle that I entered on, and that gives me my profit target, which I think was 671. So you're going to see me move this up to the appropriate level. And then that's it. I'm pretty much done with this trade at this point. Everything else is just kind of up to what the chart does. I don't have to do anything. So that's the beauty of those bracket orders. At this point, I could shut down Webull and just let it do its thing. But I'm looking for more trades. I'm going to allow myself to take a maximum of 10 trades. You might have noticed I'm only trading with one share. Why? Because this strategy is not proven yet. This is a new strategy and a new plan that I'm testing, and I'm going to have to see at least 100 trades where I'm profitable. Not so much with P&L, and I'll explain a little bit more about that, but what I want to see is a win rate of more than 33%. I mean, 33% is the bare minimum. That is break even when you're trading 2-to-1. So what I want to see is like 50% or more. If I can get that or right around 50%, then I will trade this with my full position size, because when you're trading a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio, like I said, you only need 33% to break even. Anything above that is profitable. So this thing has to prove profitable after at least 100 trades and then eventually 100 trade days. So that's why I'm doing kind of, I don't necessarily want to take 10 trades per day, but I'm allowing up to that. You know, if it's a very active market and there's a lot of good entries, then I can take up to that. I'm only trading with one share, so it's not going to cost a lot of money to do that. Today I only took 3 trades, and that's absolutely fine with me. That's kind of what I prefer, is you know, in a way, the fewer the better. But I just don't want to limit myself if there's a really good entry, a strong pattern, and some movement. So now RIBT just triggered my entry. Actually, it broke out just before I came back to this screen, but was trading right around my ideal entry. So I hit my hotkeys to get in. So this is trade number 2. And again, I treat it the same way as the last one. I make the stop loss the low of the previous, or base it off the low of the previous candles. I've added 2 cents on this one just because of a psychological support level. So I think 136 would have been 1 cent below this candle, and 135 is an obvious psychological level. So I just went ahead and added 2 cents to that, and I also added 4 cents to the profit target to make up for that. So it's still a 2-to-1 trade, and you can see where my stop loss and profit target was. This trade's still going, and now TIRX is out of suspension. So now I'm waiting for the first pullback to give me an entry. So let's fast forward a little bit. So you can see it pulled back there, and I actually missed the entry. So what can you do when you miss an entry? Instead of just letting this thing, you know, rip without you, what you can do is figure out where your ideal entry was, which is what I did, and I put in a buy limit order at that price for 1 share, since I'm only, you know, doing test trading like I spoke about. So here's my ideal entry, 1669. I put in the order, and this way, if this thing pulls back, I can still get in exactly where I want to. Now you can turn these on, stop loss and take profit order, which I probably will once I set this up more appropriately, and it'll automatically throw out the stop loss and profit target once you're entered. But if you don't, I'm going to show you how else you can do it. So you're going to see I get triggered here in just a second. Now, my only stipulation with this is that if your profit target gets hit or your stop loss gets hit, well, if your stop loss gets hit, you're going to get filled, because you're going to get filled on the way down. But if your profit target gets hit before you get filled, you should cancel that order, and because you've missed the trade. So makes sense. So here we go. I guess I was checking on this other one. Okay, so I got filled. Let me see if we can catch that live. So there we go. It kind of popped down there and filled me. So now here's how you can put in your bracket order after the fact. Let me just get to that point. So I'm doing my 2R calculation here to get my stop loss and profit target. So I think I accidentally left clicked first, but what you want to, or right clicked first, but what you want to do is left click. Let me see if I can show it in the video. Here we go. Left click, and then close by stop loss, take profit order. This is a really cool feature. And then you get this little widget up and you can put in your prices. Again, that's based off of what I entered on the 2-hour calculator. The stop price is based off of the low of the previous candle. So there we go. I've got my stop and my profit target out just like before. And I think that's all 3 trades now. Yeah, so that's the 3 trades I'm in. So at this point, it's, let's see, it's like 9:51. I've got 3 trades going. If I wanted to, I could just shut down Webull, forget about this stuff for the rest of the day, go about my day. That's the beauty of these bracket orders. And then before 4 o'clock, probably around 3:45, if any of these positions are still open, I would open up Webull. You can even do this from your phone at this point. It's very easy to close these orders out. And if the stop loss or target wasn't hit before 4 p.m., I would close out the orders because I'm a day trader and we don't hold overnight. So there's too much risk involved with that, and your stop loss will no longer be active during the after hours. So the price could drop way below your stop loss and never come back up even anywhere near your position level, and you wouldn't be able to do anything about it other than, you know, sell out with a limit order overnight if you checked on it. But so if you're a day trader, just stick to that and close out these orders. If that was the plan, you know, that's the plan behind all these trades, is just to hold them for the day at the most and let them either hit the profit target or hit their stop loss. I don't really care what happens tomorrow. So by the end of this video, let me see, I think maybe did any of the, okay, yeah, so RIBT just got triggered, the profit target. I think I missed it on video, but yeah, so you can see it says order filled, 1 share of RBT has been filled at 164. That was my profit target. It automatically cancels the stop loss order, so you don't have to do anything. It really takes care of itself, and that's, see, it says order canceled, so it ordered my stop loss, or canceled my stop loss. So now at this point, I just have 2 trades going, and I don't think anything happened with them before the end of this video. Yeah, so now let's go to the next video. Okay, so I missed the exit on NTWK, but it stopped me out, obviously. It never went to my profit target, but it did everything automatically, and I'll show you the orders at the end of the video so you can see you know, where it filled me and all that kind of stuff. But so we're still in TIRX, and again, you don't have to come back and check these or watch these throughout the day. I was just doing it because I was trying to get it on video for you guys so we could talk about it. But there are definitely going to be days where I just put out these orders and I just leave and do something else. So TIRX, that's the last trade. So far we've won 1 and we lost 1. So it's a 50% win ratio at this point. The lowest it could be is 33%. So either way, it's pretty much a good day because it's at the worst, it's a break-even day, at least as far as the win rate is concerned. I'm not too concerned with P&L at this point because with 1 share, it's not going to be an accurate representation. Let's just fast forward. I'm not sure what is all on this video. So I don't think anything happens on this video. Yeah, let's see. Okay. So right now it's like 10:10. Let's go to the next video. I think this is the last one. I mean, there might be one more. I'll go through this one real quick because this one looks short. Yeah, so let's see here. Okay, here we go. So look at how long this trade has taken, and it came all the way down near my stop but didn't hit my stop. So I'm still in this trade. Right now it is 12:22, still in this thing. And I started recording again because I opened up Webull and I saw this like a short squeeze type thing happening, and I thought, okay, this is going to be it. It's going to fill me. Actually, I was starting to analyze my previous trades when I noticed this. So I had Webull open. And then I decided, okay, if it breaks this level, then I am like 99.9% for sure going to get filled at my profit target because that would be an obvious short squeeze area. TIRX, when I entered it, I didn't realize how crazy this daily chart looks. I'll show you that at the end. But this thing ran up to like $100 maybe a few weeks ago, and then sold off right away after that. So I was only looking at what it did during the previous day and seeing that it was trading up out of nowhere compared to the last 2 days. So that's what triggered my entry. So let's see. I'm going to fast forward now. Now here's this is the funny thing is I thought, oh, this could be like a really cool live stream. This thing, you know, is starting to squeeze up here. So I actually, you're going to see this in the video, I started to get ready to go on live on YouTube to show this trade happening live and showing the short squeeze happening live. So that's what all that is. And then like right before I get ready to go live, you can see I'm clicking go live. Look, there's the order filled at my profit target. So I missed the opportunity to go live on that trade, but hey, at least the trade worked out. It was a successful trade. And the real lesson on that trade is do not judge the trade once you're in it, because you saw how close it came down below or to my my stop loss. It came down so close to my stop loss, and you might think, oh, this trade's never going to work out. But what's the point in making those decisions when you know that the likelihood of you being right is pretty low, because you're basing it on emotion. You're feeling disappointed that, hey, this trade was a good setup and it's not working. Let me just get out of it. I'm bummed. Instead of doing that, just stick to the original plan. The original plan was to either let it hit the stop loss or the profit target. So that's all I did here, and it worked out this time. And we won't know until I've taken 100 or so trades or 100 days of trading if this is going to work in the long run, but it worked today. So that was a good day. And let's take a look at, so you can see what it's doing now. Let's look at the daily chart really quick on TIRX. Pretty insane. Look at this. So this is back in late January. It was trading around $11. I guess it popped all the way up to $50. This obviously is an IPO. So on the first day, it had a really wide range and then settled around this $11 mark. And then very nice clean price action here on the way up. And this is a huge move because it went from $11 up to $100. And so that's like 1,000% move in the matter of, let's see, from the beginning of February up in a month, it went 1,000%. That's crazy. So I didn't even know about that, to be honest with you, when I got into this trade, because all I need to see is that this thing is trading above the previous day and previous session. And then I saw this afterwards and I was like, whoa, who knows what's going to happen with this trade. But you know, I was already in it, and at that point you just stick to the plan. So you could see this thing sold off like crazy on April 12th, and then just kind of flatlined around here, and then today is like a little bit of a breakout. So anyway, that's that trade, and let's just go over the orders, and then I will let you go about your day. So you can see that today we still profited $2 just trading, just doing test trading. We made $2. So the idea behind this thing is not to make money, it's to prove a winning strategy and a positive win rate, a profitable win rate, which would be anything above 33%. So today the win rate was about 67%. So that's good. And I'll just show you the orders, and then I think that'll be it. So today's orders, filled orders, so you can see all the orders that I took. And I think that's everything. So let me know if you have any questions about this in the comment section below. What do you think of this plan and this strategy, at least what you know about it right now? I am going to make a detailed video showing you my actual trading plan document with all of the details on there. So look out for that. And again, let me know what you think. And hopefully you guys are doing well, trading well, no matter what. Always follow your trading plan, take your stop loss, honor your profit target, and in the long run, you should be green. One last thing, if you're going to do anything out of your normal trading plan, like what this is something brand new, why not just trade with one share and still do the same thing? Take your stop loss, honor your profit target, and then in the long run, you'll know whether or not the plan works. All right, and you'll still have your account at the end of it. So that's the cool thing. Okay, take care, guys.